Guys, we did it. We did it. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream on a Saturday. I'm cold. I got my snow coat on. I'm feeling really good though, man. I'm feeling super good because just put out this epic montage from all of you guys. All of you guys like rendered the coolest stuff, and it was a blast putting it together for you guys. And Casey, dude, with that soundtrack, makes it so nice. So nice. I couldn't be happier with the results of all this, man. This is a glorious stream. So, in celebration, I'm just going to crack a beer. Here, I got some old Halloween stuff left over, so here we go. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. To everyone's hard work. This is super fun. Super, super fun. Seriously, I'm blown away with like how this turned out. It came together, man. It really did. If you hadn't seen it, go check it out. Definitely check it out. It's only like 5 minutes long. Watch it over and over and over and send it to all your friends. Because I'm just super proud of it, and I'm sure you guys are too. Oh man, good stuff. Very, very good stuff. I'm glad you guys learned some stuff too. Famous Adoga, you are not late. It just began. It just began. Oh man, I could watch this over and over again. Just the music and everything. I spent so long timing up these renders to make it like have the right renders fit at the certain moment in the song that I thought would match up. So it really turned out. It turned out so well. Thanks to all you guys. Go check it out if you hadn't already. And if you enjoyed it, share it. It really helps me. Send it to all your friends, to all the 3D people all around who are into this kind of stuff. All right. Tinum, yeah, the audio video sync was nice. Thank you. Casey worked hard to get the pacing right with the footsteps. His last version, I was like, it's not quite right, and he stayed up late and adjusted the tempo and got it right. Annalise, welcome. Heck yeah. Yeah, 220 when the lighting is on time. Let's see what happens at 220. Are you talking about the lightning? Oh, the lightning. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I got the sound design in there. Got the some train sound design right here on this one. All right. So, guys, what are we talking about today? So, besides how excited I am for finally finishing this render montage, what are we talking about? So, I'll say this probably one more time for the people rolling in. We are doing character rigging. We're going to rig some characters. I learned a lot. I'm having to do some VFX for a friend here for a Mario parkour video. So he wanted to add in some of these Mario characters, and I need to rig them up and animate them. And I don't know much about rigging and animating. So I watched some of my favorite dude's tutorials. His name's iDesign, EJ, and he is the master when it comes to like cartoony characters in Cinema 4D. So I watched a few EJ tutorials, and I want to share with you guys the stuff I learned. We got this Goomba all rigged up so we can move him here, but we can also move him around here and have him animate and stuff. You can go too far with it, obviously, but like you can do some like squash and stretch kind of stuff. You can even like scale him up and be like, get some goofy stuff going on. And we'll rig and animate up a Koopa as well. So I'll walk you guys through my whole process with this. I hope we're all gonna learn something today. I suck at animation. Honestly, I'm a noob when it comes to animation. Not good. Not good at all. So it's an area that I need to get better at. So That's what I'm trying to do today. The second thing that I want to talk to you guys about, it's in the title of this video, because it's character rigging plus Nvidia GPU giveaway. And I couldn't add all the other things that I was giving away because there's too many things. So basically, here's the idea, guys. Over the last month, I ran a render contest. You guys saw the results right here. In this epic montage I put together. I literally just dropped this video like 20 minutes ago. This video is a culmination of all the renders, all the submissions for this render contest that myself and pwnisher and Nvidia, they helped out by, giving me some hardware to give to you guys. So hopefully they've been in touch with all the winners. But the idea here is that even if you guys didn't have the ability to render out something like you're seeing here, they got your back. We all got your back. So here's the idea. There's a link in the description of this video, and it will take you here. And the contest is called Expanding Dimensions. It is part 2 of the Parallel Dimensions contest with pwnisher and Nvidia. So instead of having to render a whole thing like we did on the first leg of this, all you got to do is scroll down here. Yeah, it's like, what is it? Who am I? You guys probably know who I am if you're here. Here's the stuff you can win. We're giving away an Nvidia Quadro RTX 4000, an Nvidia Shield TV Pro. We are giving away a 1 terabyte SSD and 2 USB 3.1 flash drives. So it's a lot of good stuff that'll help you guys up your your setup at home. And basically all you need to do, you got 15 days because you have until I believe November 30th to do a few things. You can enter, it looks like 20 times. And all you have to do is type in your info here, and it's going, once you do this, it's going to present you guys with like a list of like 20 things that you can do. It's stuff like follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow pwnisher, follow Nvidia, watch some videos. One of them is this video right here. So it's just a number of things that you guys can do that are pretty simple and straightforward, and you'll straight up get up to 20 raffle tickets in the pot. You got 15 days to do so, and you guys could win this stuff here. It's randomly drawn, and I'll be announcing the winners on the 5th, I believe. Pretty sure that that's the case. Yeah. So definitely check that out if you guys want to win some cool stuff. How are y'all doing on this Saturday? How is everybody doing? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it is not international. This one is not international. It's going to be U.S. prizes only. It's a legal thing. I know, it kind of sucks. I apologize. But that's just the way it is when you're giving away this kind of stuff. And shipping out these cards to out of country, it gets difficult for a number of reasons. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but it's a legal thing. But yeah, how are y'all doing? I changed my latency so we can actually like communicate a little bit faster here. Christian, hey, no worries, man. Thanks for stopping by to at least say hey. Finish that honors paper. Good luck with it. Yeah, I apologize to any of you international guys. I know there's a lot of them. We'll figure something out for you guys in the future here. For this Parallel Dimensions contest, there were 3 international winners because you guys put in hard work and I wanted to give you guys something. So I sent out 3 of my professional photography prints your way. They will be there in 4 to 6 weeks. It's going to take a minute. But they're coming, all right? So I want to do more for you international folks. I know you guys make up the majority of the stream here, so hey, let me test the latency. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna say I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Everyone give me a thumbs up. Let's see how fast this is. And yeah, my camera's in vlog right now. Alright, so that's like 10 seconds. Sweet. Tinham, what do you have to create though? You don't have to create anything. You're talking about for the contest. You don't have to create anything. It's just like a, follow me, follow PNY, subscribe, watch some videos, and you'll get a bunch of raffle tickets to, be entered in the prize pool here to win these prizes. So it's not, you don't have to create anything, making it easy. The idea is that you created something already for the first leg of the competition, and for the people who weren't able to, making it a little bit simpler for you guys. So we're doing a whole other round of prizes here. All right. So, shall we jump in and see how to rig this guy up, yeah? Carl, did you put Montage together with music? I did put the montage together with music. There's a link way at the top of the chat here. I'm going to copy it and paste it for y'all. Because you guys definitely need to check this out. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. I'm just really happy with how it turned out. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for joining. It's a Saturday. We're learning how to rig and animate characters. I'm literally learning how to do this. So let's figure this out. Let's figure out how to rig and animate and get this guy to do a dance. It's a really cool method that I learned from iDesign. EJ. All right, so shout outs to EJ. If you guys don't know about EJ, go check out iDesign. That's I like your eyeball, iDesign. So let me open up my Goombi. I'll get rid of this. And all I have here is a null object with all of the parts of this Goombi all up in here, right? So it's just very simple. Everything's in the hierarchy. You got your eyes and the teeth and the body and all that good stuff, all right? And we want to be able to animate this guy and have him jump around. Right now, if I start pulling parts, they're not connected. They're just flying off left and right. Nothing's connected, and they cannot be animated easily. So we want to make it as easy as possible to animate this thing. So here's what we're going to do. Basically, if you come into the deformers little box here, you can pull up the FFD. FFD is basically a box with points that allow you to manipulate your object here. So the first thing I'm going to do is scale this box down so our character fits right inside of this box. And I'm going to come into like a side view and just make sure that this matches up. Just like that. And then you want to make sure you get it from this angle too. So we got your character sitting in a box. Now, for this to work, because we have points, if we go to point mode, we can move this around. And it's not moving the object yet. We're going to have to drop it into the group. So it did a weird thing. It like pushed them all out. So let's go back and let's just adjust the size of this box real quick. So I'm getting errors now that I have not gotten before. So it looks like I just need to expand this a little bit more, something like this, so that the character fits inside. If the character is sitting outside, you're going to get some weird stuff going on. So I'll adjust the box just like this. And I want to scale up my character so that it sits at the top and bottom of this box. That's about right. So now when I grab these points, you know, I can grab a row of points here and we'll move the character around like this, yeah? Stans, what's up, dude? You are 13. That is awesome. All you guys are so young. That is great. You want to say that you're inspired and you're learning a lot and you want to be as good as me one day. That's awesome, dude. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I still have a lot to learn as well. So as long as we keep learning, that's the whole point of these streams, is we're just trying to learn as much as possible. So I think that's awesome, man. Keep learning. Keep having a good time. Yeah, how old are you guys? 14? Y'all are young, learning so much. That's amazing. I really think it's cool. If I started doing CG when I was 13, I'd be a lot further along at this point. So please keep it up. Yeah, 23, 21, 99. Sweet, you almost made it to 100. All right, 28. So no one is older than me yet. Heck yeah. No, this is great. 47. All right, Carl. If you're legit 47, that's awesome. Melee 37. Melee, I assume it's melee, not mile, right? Sweet. All right, we got a couple people who are older than me. I like that. It's nice. But most of you guys are young and learning. I love it. Everyone's here to learn. That's great. All right, so back to it. So we want to move this thing around and get him to do a little dance, right? But we don't want to move this around and animate these points. It's going to make it really, really ugly for us. And again, this is all coming from EJ. Gotta shout out the man, EJ over at iDesign. Now, my God, there's some construction being done in the garage right over here. Let me know how bad that is. Let me know how bad that sounds. Hopefully it's bearable. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these points and we're actually going to give it a joint system. We're going to add joints to this guy. And then we're going to control those joints with null objects. Right? So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and add some subdivisions to our box. Awesome. Yep, that should be good there. We want to just give it more subdivisions. That way it's able to bend properly. If you don't have enough subdivisions, it won't bend properly. It'll just look really bad. So make sure you give it enough. This is fine here. You don't need to go crazy with it. The idea is to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Wow, throwing knife killer. Crazy name. But you've been watching since Cardboard Warfare and the Freddy W days in 09. That is nuts, man. That is really nuts. I'm glad that you're hanging in there and still watching. Because I'll still be creating. As long as I live, I will still be creating. Awesome. Okay, so let's give this thing a joint system, right? You know, you can select these points and move them around with the FFD modifier. Let's give it some joints, all right? So I'm going to go to character, and I'm going to grab the joint tool, specifically the joint tool. Let's go into front mode here. I'm going to hold control down and basically give this guy some joints. And that should be good. You know, it's just 4 joints through this guy going up to the top, all right? So let's pull this root out. So this is our system here, our skeleton system. Let's go to the side view. Oh, here's something. So it's kind of squashed. I don't like that. So I'm going to scale my model up again. Let's actually grab these guys and scale this properly. Now it looks wonky when... There we go. That feels better. Sweet. Okay, cool. So I just made that quick adjustment, and you want to make sure that the bones and the joints are lined up in the middle of this guy. That's pretty good. I think you can probably hit it like right there or something. So now what we need to do is we need to connect these joints to the actual character. Or I'm sorry, we're not connecting the joints to the character. We're connecting the joints to the FFD, to this modifier right here. So here's what we'll do. We're going to select all those joints, and we're going to control click the FFD, and we'll go to character, and I believe it's bind. And that created this, this tag here, this weight tag, and some skin on our FFD. Now, when we go ahead and move, should be able to move this around. Yep. And get this thing to actually have some motion here. Just like that. So what you could do is you could say, if you go in and I think shift double click this weight tag, you will get a breakdown of your joints and what points those joints are affecting. So if we click joint 4 or joint 3, you can see that these, there's a selection here. Let me grab actually the character, and I believe it's the weight tool, and this will allow us to paint on different weights and different colors to these points. So you should be able to see, I don't know why it's not showing up, but you should be able to see the colors of all of these on these points here. Because this is going to allow us to basically say, if I want to move these points, so I'm painting joint 4 now, this is joint 4, and joint 4 should also be connected to this stuff down here. So when I move joint 4, in theory, oh, so that's joint 4, that's going to be affecting the bottom. So that doesn't work. You see how we painted on those points down there for this joint up here? Doesn't work. Joint 4, we obviously, if we grab our weight tool again, we want to just paint up the top here. So it's just these points that are affected when we move that top bit. Joint 3 moving down, we want to paint these guys. So joint 3 will affect these guys, and joint 2 will affect this row. And the last joint, joint 1, is going to affect the bottom. So now when we go in, we really have control over, you know, what points are moving around with each one of these joints. So this is like the entire Goomba. And then you have like this top piece, you know, whatever that's going to be. So next what we want to do is we actually want to control this not by animating the joints, but by animating null objects. And it's going to make it really easy for us to do that. All right. So definitely make sure you guys save. I'm going to save this as 1C. And I'm saving iterations because if I do something here and I can't go back far enough, I have earlier C4D files, earlier save files, in order to pull up stuff that, you know, I just don't want to lose anything. So that's why I'm saving iterations. And that's something I learned from Chris Schmidt over at Rocket Lasso. So shout outs to you, Chris. Now if you guys are wondering why the heck I'm drinking a beer on my stream, I don't do that. I've never done that. But it's because we completed the epic render montage. Everyone was given a template scene, and you guys rendered your own environment out. And Casey put together some music that is so epic, and it fits this perfectly. So that's why I'm drinking beers, because I released this video probably 40 minutes ago, and it just feels good. This is the first non-tutorial video that I have put out in about 7 years. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh. Oh man, Darius, what are my thoughts on Blender? Dude, I think Blender's great. Peter at Corridor uses Blender, and he does a lot of really cool stuff in it. I don't think there's no issue with any program. You know, it's just whatever you have at your fingertips, whatever you have at your disposal. And it's not like Blender. I mean, all programs have a lot of cool stuff, and all programs have some things that the programs don't have. You know, that's just kind of the way it is. But I think no matter what program you choose, you're gonna be awesome at it if you put the time in to learn it. What's up, Juan from Colombia? Thanks for joining. Yeah, man, I'm so happy with how this turned out. I am so happy. All right, back at it. So we're trying to control these joints for this Goomba character with some null objects. So here's how I'm going to do this. Again, all this info is coming from EJ over at iDesign, his YouTube channel iDesign. Go check it out. He is the master of like cartoony characters in Cinema 4D. So this is just something that I needed to learn for a project. So I followed some EJ tutorials, and I'm hoping that I just want to share that with you guys. And if anything, make you guys aware of EJ, because the dude's freaking awesome. And it's iDesign like your eyeball. EYE. Okay, let's take these joints and rig them up to some nulls. So I want to be able to control the bottom and have this guy, if I need to, like, let me hide the FFD. If I want to have him go like whoop, 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 right? I want to be able to control that with a null. So I'm going to select that joint, and I'm going to, I believe it is character, convert to nulls. So you get this joint null that pops out. So I'll bring that out there. Now, it's just in place of it. It's not doing anything. We need to pair them together. So I'm going to select joint 1 and control click that joint null we just made. Go to character, go to constraints, and add a PSR constraint. Now when we move this joint, it's going to move, when we move the null, it's going to move the joint. Okay, so what we could do is bring them up here. And if we want this to be like the base kind of ground zero for our character, we can go to the joint and we'll go to coordinates, and we will freeze transformation right here, freeze all. So now if we move them, fly them over here, but it's like, oh, we want them, oh no, I want them back at 0, you know? You just reset PSR and he's gonna sit right back there. So now that we have his, like, basically his ground, so I'm gonna call this like root control, if I can spell correctly. All right, so our root control is doing a thing. Let's go ahead and make that null object a bit more visible. I'm also going to hide the joints from our scene. So we just want it as clean as possible. So the root control, if we go to object, the shape, let's change it to a circle and set it to Z, scale it up. And now we can just come in here and just select that and move them around. So that's like our controller. Next, let's do this other joint here. So this is like, you can see how this joint is affecting the feet. I don't like that. I'm wondering if joint 3 is a better for the body. So joint 2, I want to go back in and exclude the feet from joint 2. So you guys saw how we did that before, right? I'm going to bring the FFD back in, shift, double click the weight tag that's sitting on our FFD, and let's go to joints, and we said joint 2 is the one controlling our feet. Now let's go ahead and grab the weight tool, and I'm just going to control click over these points down here. And it's still getting the feet, and I think it's just because of the way we subdivided the FFD. So that might just have to, we might have to live with that. We might have to live with that. Joint 3, on the other hand, can control the head as well. Right, and it's still getting a little bit of the feet. So let me just double check and make sure that our weight is correct. So for joint 3, I'm gonna just control click and make sure none of that stuff is selected. It's barely getting the feet. I think this totally works for us. So let's go back. Let's hide the FFD, clean things up. Joint 3 is going to be our head control. So let's go ahead and do the same thing, right? Let's go to character, and we're going to convert that joint to a null object. Let's pull it up, and let's call this head control. From here, what I'm going to do is I want to pair them again. So joint 3, I'm going to select it, control click the head, go to character, constraint, add PSR constraint. So now our head is controlled by this null object. So I'll take the head, I'm going to change the shape of that null to a circle, set the orientation to Z, scale it up, and that is our head control. So I can move this around to animate, you know, maybe he gets squashed. Because, you know, these guys get crushed down and squashed and everything. So we could also do a top of the head control as well. So with this last joint, let's go to convert to null. We'll call this top control. Select joint 4, control click the top control. So we have both of them selected, and we'll add a PSR constraint. And let's go ahead and change that to a circle, orientation Z. We'll scale it up just a little bit. And that head is squashed down when it gets stomped on. So here's what we can do as well. The root control moves like this. So we actually need to drop the top control into the root as well. So the root controls everything, but then we need to put the head in as well. So it's just a, you know, parent-child situation. So wherever this goes, the others do. And the top head, wherever the head control goes, the top head will come with. And then the top, we can move that down a little bit as well. So now we have full control over this Goomba, over this Goombi. Let's take all 3 of those nulls and set this as a as its base state. So I'm going to freeze all under the freeze transformation. There goes that construction in the garage. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Tuka Kuga, you are welcome, my friend. You are very welcome. I'm happy to help and teach you guys. It's really fun for me. I love sharing my knowledge. It's really fun. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a really good time. I try to learn as much as I can. I got all my books over here. You guys can't see it, but I got a bunch of books, self-help books and stuff, and I'm kind of addicted to learning, so I want to be able to share that with y'all as well. So thanks for coming to these streams so consistently. Let me ask you guys this. How many streams have you seen of mine live? How many times have you popped in for a live stream for more than like 30 minutes? Favor. Yeah, all of my videos get posted after I'm done doing the live stream. It all gets posted to the YouTube, you know? All right. Hey, we got some newcomers. Once 0. Awesome. That's exciting. Very exciting. 5, 3. Blaster Jacks. Probably all of them completely until the end. Dude, cheers to you, brother. Cheers. FPS Games. Yo, welcome. I'm glad you're here, man. Very cool. Tinham, dude, you've been here for a while. That's amazing. So if you guys don't know, I have a 3D community VFX server, Discord server. The link is in the description. It's open to everyone. It's free. Come on down. Come join in on the weekly challenges. We do them every week. I'll be reviewing the weekly challenges here on the stream pretty soon here. Yeah, let's get back to the Goomba here, Mr. Goomba. So this is our Goomba control. This is the Goomba itself. So I like to just, that's our Goomba. These are our bones controlling our FFD, and this is our Goomba control. Game Stud plays. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. He says, I look up to you and everyone from the Corridor crew and someday aspire to reach level and work with y'all. Dude, keep up the hard work, man. Keep it up. I promise it'll pay off. Consistency always pays off. So please keep it up. All right. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. VFX Wizard, our second place winner in the United States. VFX Wizard, man. What an incredible render. I'm going to show you guys Mr. VFX Wizard. Let's see if I can snipe it. It's coming up. He got his render in literally the last second possible. There he is. This is it right here. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I wish, man, the compression is really like knocking the quality down. That's the only bummer. I wish it was a bit crisper. But it's okay. It's all good. I think the feeling of the entire render montage was communicated properly. All right. So here we go. We got our Goomba. He's moving around. Let's just give him a quick animation. Let's give this a quick little Goomba animation. Let's turn on auto keyframes. So every time we move it, it changes. I'm gonna go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll move them, I don't know. We'll move them there. And then let's go another 10. Whoa! Another 10. And we'll move them there. 30. 40. I suck with animation, guys. I'm really bad. But we did have an animator come in for Animators React over at Corridor. He worked at Disney and he currently works at DreamWorks. He worked on Frozen 2. He worked on Big Hero 6. And I learned so much from that interaction. It was incredible. So, right now it's going to look like the character's moving forward like this. I want him to like hop, like blink, 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 and move forward. The best way to do this, geez, man, I don't know. Let me see if I can get this down here. So he needs to hop up in the air. All right, so every 5 frames he goes up and he's hopping. And I think you guys get the idea. And this is going to look so bad when I hit play. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. So I think the first thing I need to do is change the keyframes on the ground to linear keyframes, and the ones in the air can be easy ease. So I'm just going to click this button here, make them linear. Okay, still garbage. So let's go to the position. The Y, is it the Z? Okay, it's the Z. So these guys here, They need to be rounded out. They need to look like arcs. And that's one thing I learned from this animator was that everything that's natural is in arcs. So you're getting this like woo, you know, that kind of feeling. So I'm going to want to pull these keyframes out to achieve that arc. Now, I mean right there, it does not look right, but it's getting better. So what I need to do, I don't know why. All right, so maybe I need to change that and get this. Okay, yeah, there we go. I just need to get this arc looking correctly. So everything needs to be easy ease, I believe. Now these points down here can come to a point, like a little pinch point. And then these guys up top can kind of crunch in a little bit. And that is your arc. That's an arc right there. So that looks a lot better. That's definitely, you know, like a little bouncing ball situation we got going on. Bling, 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 bling. That's not bad. I think what we need to do now is actually mess with his head and his body and have him squash and stretch when he's jumping up and down. So let's go to our Goomba control, and it's the head and the squash. We're going to squash him and we're going to stretch him, okay? So let us go. Let's figure this out. So it's the head control that we need to mess with. So I think he's starts squashed and leaned forward because you're compressing yourself and you're leaning forward and you jump and land. Oh man, you know what'd be crazy? I'm gonna just try this. I'm gonna see what happens if I give the head control a rigid body, or maybe it's a spring. I think there's like a spring modifier or a spring tag or something. I don't know much about that. I'm gonna just go with my gut, and I'm gonna give it a rigid body, and I'm gonna hit play. First, I'm gonna save. Basically, I'm giving it dynamics, and nothing is happening. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's go to force, and we'll crank up the follow position and follow rotation and see what that does. And it's kind of like popping in and out. Like, let's set it to 5 and 5. It's doing a goofy thing for sure. Dampening. What happens if I set that to 0? That's pretty funny. 7 and 7. Whoa, that's dampening all the way up. And then maybe the follow position. Let's give it more bounce. Let's give it 20% bounce and 0 friction. And this is just me goofing off, like lift, 20% lift. So it maybe 100% lift. And the gravity we can actually set by hitting Control D. We can go to dynamics and expert. No, it's where's gravity? Here, no, here it is. 393 inches. I got my stuff in inches. So let's just set it to like 100 inches. So we're having gravity kind of pull things up a little bit. Maybe we'll set it to 200 just to counteract some of that. And then it's popping really hard. So maybe the follow position is like 6%. I don't know, 6 and 6. It's interesting, you know. It's interesting. It's not the best look. Here's also another thing we can do. We can set up a camera and give it a target. Where are you? Animation. We'll give it a target, and the target will be the top control. We'll go in there, and we'll zoom in like 150, and maybe that's really intense. That's really intense. It's funny. That's just a way for us to track our character. We could change it to the Goomba control itself, but then it doesn't really look like it's doing much. So maybe the head control. A little disorienting. Just a fun little trick that you can do to track your character with. So let me take off the dynamics. I'm going to delete that, and let's try it manually, okay? So I'm just going to go for it. Like, so leaning forward, jumping, you come upright, land, and you kind of roll into, roll into your next hop. Boing, boing. So maybe he's leaned forward, jumps up. Whoop. So it's a stretch and a lean back. And then when you come down, it's another squash and roll forward like that. So the momentum is coming forward, jump up, comes back, and forward. Boom. Boom. Same deal. And keep it up. This actually works. Yeah, just move forward every little moment here. Make a quick adjustment so that it locks in the keyframe, and then we'll go to the landing portion and really squash them down. And you just give it a little bit of variation. Let's see what that looks like. God dang it. Nothing happened because my auto keyframe button wasn't on. See, these are the things that happen, y'all. This stuff just happens, all right? So let's go through again and make those keyframes. Till we get to the end, and then we'll go to the top, and we want to rotate him back, pull it up, because he's in the air, and that's going to be the vibe on that. See what it looks like. Weird. Okay, so it's not recording the squash bit. So I think I'll need to offset those. Up and down. Up and down. It's working now. Up and down. And that's really extreme. That's like really extreme, but that was another thing that the animator talked about, was like, you really want to kind of over dramatize these movements. And you'll get to the point where you can like really feel it out. It just takes a bunch of different iterations. So this doesn't look right to me. It feels too static, and there's no weight. There's no weight. So what I need to do is go to my head control and what do we need to do? So position and rotation. So we need to go for those arcs again. We're not seeing arcs here. So I'm wondering if I can offset the head control, the keyframes of this, a little bit. And I'm wondering if that would actually help. Like he's trying to scoot himself along. So I think the best way to do this as an amateur animator would be to just take a lot of time to get this right and to just work in these details for hours and use reference of different animators to see how they animate. It's just a long, tedious process. Which originally the title of this stream was "Try to Rig and Animate," or it was "How the heck do I rig and animate?" So this is me asking myself this question. How you guys doing? We got some thumbs ups. You guys doing all right today? Thanks for joining me on the stream. It's a good time. I'm just so glad that video's out and awesome. The render montage. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. So, nickname. The idea with this setup is that you have bend, squash, and stretch modifiers built into these nulls, and you kind of have even like a twist as well. You know, you kind of have everything built into all this stuff. So at least that's when I learned this technique from iDesign. That was his whole thing. Is like it has everything built into this method, which I think is awesome. So as a test, I'm going to try and rig up something a bit more complicated. So I'm going to open up a Koopa and see how this is going to work. So we got Mr. Koopa. And I don't know much about connecting 4 limbs together and all that, but we're going to try. It's one model. I'm going to give it that the FFD cage. Scale it down. Apologies on the construction in the garage, guys. It's a thing, but it's all good. Hopefully it's not too loud. So once again, we're going to scale the cage around our Koopa and make sure it fits properly. Alright, so I'm wondering, when I scale it like that, I think it's actually messing with the model itself. So let me try this other method here. And instead of scaling it, I'm just going to mess with the grid size. And I also want to make sure my scaling is right. So I always spawn a figure, and the figure will help me determine the scale of my object, because this is a normal, this is like 5'9". This person's 5'9", so this Koopa is a little too small. I'd say something like that. And then I want the gizmo to be at the center bottom of this thing. So I'm going to use the axis center tool, and we're going to execute so it's right in the center, and I'll drag the Y down to 0. So it's sitting right there, and then we can zero out the Koopa. So he's sitting right in the middle. I'm also going to turn him around 180 degrees and check my gizmo tool and zero that out. So now it's all set up. So let's get this FFD around our Koopa. And then instead of scaling it, I'm going to do it with the actual grid size, because I think this is actually messing with my mesh. It's really dense. This is a really, really dense model, and this is why this trick works so well, in my opinion. Is we're able to control this super dense mesh with a very simple setup. Matthew, yo, thank you for the super chat. He says, thanks for making these tutorials. Without it, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. Dude, that's awesome, man. It's only been a year, too. No, and it's been less than a year. I started doing these, in March of this year. So thank you for sticking around and learning with me, man. I think it's awesome. All right. Save your work. Let's make a null. I'm going to put the Koopa in a null, and then I'll drop the FFD in there. And yep, it works. So now when we move these points around, it will move our Koopa. But we want to control them with the joint system and the null system that we had set up before. So let's go ahead and add some lines here and some detail on our mesh. I think that is probably good for the front. Maybe I'll do one more. So we'll go 5. And I'll do 6 for the Y, and the Z will do maybe 5 as well. So this is our cage. It's a bit more advanced than the first one, but that's because it needs to be. We can select these points here and have them like lean forward, lean back. And we can maybe pick like these points. Whoa. These points here. Deselect those ones, and like that's like our leg or something, you know? So maybe I'll give them one more bit there. So it really gets these front legs moving. And separate from those back legs. Cool. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. So I have these little cubes that are controlling this thing. Fit to parent. All right, what does that do? Nope, doesn't work. Okay, so from here we need to do our joints. Now connecting different joints, we're going to see about that. Let me do a test in a new scene. So let's go character, joint tool, come into our side view, holding control. Let's just say that's a foot, that's a foot, that's a knee, those are the hips. And that's where it's meeting, is at the hips, maybe. 1, 2, 3. And then you have the spine, the shoulder, elbow, hand. But what if I wanted to select that one? Could I branch off? So how can I connect this to here? Like if I wanted to branch off, do you guys know? Does anyone know the answer here? Colin, I'm glad you enjoyed the montage. I hope to do more contests like that in the future, because it was really fun. All right, so you always start with a pelvis when you make a rig, absolutely. All right, because that's in the center. So let's just say that's our pelvis. And we come off to some like hips and then the knee and the foot, basically. Yeah, I want to combine these. And I don't know how. Is it... Do I have to select the joint? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little stumped on this one. Yeah, but you make it a child, I guess you would, but I don't know. Okay, I got you. You need to unselect root null in the joint tool. Once this is done thinking, who knows if it's crashed. All right, I'll give the old reboot. It happens, y'all. It happens even on the best of computers, the best graphics card. You get the crash. It happens. So save often. Save frequently. Man, I am tired. I stayed up last night finishing that render montage. But it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. I'm just excited to take a break. I need a break. We just moved into a new place. Moving is very, very stressful because all your stuff is everywhere and like you don't know where stuff is. All right, let's do this test again. Character, joint tool. Let's hop in here. We got the hips, the knee, the foot. Now, if I deselect to child, what is it? Chain. Oh, symmetry. Okay. So that'll work, I guess. Ah, so look at that. You got some symmetry going on that side. Interesting. Wow, why is it way over there? Root null. All right, so the root null box, if we uncheck it, there we go. That's exactly what I need. All right, so that's what I need to know. So back to Koopa. the mesh is really intense. I wonder if there's a way. If I hold Alt, I could throw a where would you be? Polygon reduction. Or is it the other way around? Drop the polygon reduction into the object. Maybe. There we go. All right, so bottom left, you can see it thinking. So it's going to do its thing. And it'll allow us to work a little faster. This thing's ridiculous, a ridiculous poly count because it was made for 3D printing. All right, hey, Weimar, you're asking me a legit question right now. You're saying, do I remember a web series called pwnisher? Now, I wish I had some memorabilia around, but absolutely, it's one. I think it was the first web series, maybe. I even got to work with FPS Doug in Cardboard Warfare 2. He was the main dude. And I met Jeff and Jarrett. And it's how I got my name, the pwnisher, is from that show. So, of course, I remember that show. I may have been on the forums. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But, man, I followed the crap out of that show. I used to have a Dave t-shirt. Man, yeah, I think I was there. I met them in Toronto. I freaking love that show so much, dude. Yeah, it's the best. It's absolutely the best show ever. If you guys don't know about pwnisher, go check it out. It's crazy. It's where the term boom headshot came from. From FPS Doug. God, what a great show. Boom headshot. I could dance all day. I could dance all day. Try and hit me. Try and hit me. Boom. Yeah. Freaking Joel, man. So good. I love him. He's the best. Wait, you were in that show? What? What the heck? In the TV series or the web series? That's hilarious, dude. That's amazing. All right, you can see, we can actually see our Koopa a little bit better now. So here's what I'm gonna do. The hips, let's figure this out though. Let's grab the joint tool, hold control. That's our root null. We're gonna come down here. That's the foot. What happened to... Oh, okay. This just needs to get pulled out. Wait, they based the character in GTA on him? On Jeremy? That's amazing. I didn't know that. Alright, Weimar. The web series. The web series was the best. The TV show was not that great. But the web series, that's what's up. Was it season 1 or season 2? You said you're a big contributor to the community, and they ended up selling Jeremy's hair on eBay? Got 3,000 and flew over to Netherlands to surprise a few fans, me included. Wow. Dude, that is awesome. The pwnisher, man. That's how I got my name, the pwnisher. That's awesome. What a freaking great show. Alright, so with the joint tool selected, let's uncheck root null and click. I'm holding control and I'm clicking, and then I can actually move these here. We want a spine. So the spine goes from here I'll say like 1 and 1, 2, 3, like that. And then we really can't do much more until we hit a side view, because the side view is where, let's see, let's start naming some of this stuff because it's a little bit more complicated. This is, these are our hips. That looks to me like, let's see, hips, spine 1, spine 2, and spine 3. Yep, the spine is horizontal. It definitely has to come from back here and connect and everything. So we got to do a few things. This guy is going to be foot end, and then we have leg. It's going to be right leg. This is left leg. We have our spines. This is our spine end, which will probably change because that's going to go into the neck, in the head. So the hips are kind of like back here. These are the hips. Probably right in there. Spine 1, which these can kind of tilt down like this. Spine 2, spine 3, like it wants to go right into the neck. And from here, we're going to grab that joint tool again and keep clicking. We have a mouth, and then from here we can go up 1 and 2, and then from here we'll go 1, 2. So that's kind of its like little beak and its mouth. So that's mouth end. This is, I've legit never done this before. This is fun. Mouth. This is like, well, that's neck. That's head. This is probably jaw. That's gonna be your neck. Dude, is it gonna crash again? I don't know why it keeps doing this. Blaster Jacks. Okay, random question, but any suggestion, tutorials, or channel for beginner in Unreal Engine? Yes. Check out Winbush. He is the dude to go with. He just released a really long training video on mograph.com. It's like $250, but it's legit. And then there's Joe Garth. He just released a Learn Squared. Is that the website? Environment class, and it's like half off. I bought it for $100, so I'm gonna be going through that. AlphaMat, yeah, no, it's a screwed up bone structure, no doubt. It's ridiculous. If it's a cartoon character, oh god dang it! Why? All right, reload. Yeah, agreed. I think the skeleton would be similar to a dog bone structure. All right, look, y'all aren't feeling the color profile on the camera. I'll switch it for you. I will do that. All right, let's see though real quick if I can get a backup running. Rename. Badum. What? Incorrect file structure. What does that even mean? After Effects, C4D, models, Koopa, backup, C4D file. Incorrect file structure. What? All of this is just troubleshooting, y'all. Troubleshoot all day. .c4d. Alright, I tried. Hey, the more you do it, the better you get. I just gotta save more often. Save more often. Okay. Second time's the charm. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hey, let me get that Rec 709 for you. Gotta squeeze back behind his desk. All right. How's that? Any better? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Let's maybe start from the side view. I think that'll probably be the best way to go. Get that polygon reduction going again. See, y'all help me make the stream better. Awesome. I'm not in a depressed ad anymore, says Charles. Why didn't y'all tell me I looked like I was in a depressed ad? Man. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, let's do this. Character, joint tool. Here we go. I want to keep this simple. All right, so 1, 2, a knee, a hip. Or do I go backwards? I go hip, knee, toe. All right, so then from the root null, we come and we do a spine, which might be something like a tail, and then some sort of arc, scoliosis, and then 1, 2, 3. We got a mouth. We got a freaking nose clamp. This right, where are you? Here? Is this the one I'm looking for? I guess it'd be more something like this, right? Something like that. All right, the joint tool is going to help me move this stuff. Awesome, good to know. That is all jacked up. Okay, something like that maybe. And then we break off. We go 1, 2, 3. Ah, that might work. That might work. So in front view, let's hide the FFD for a second. I need to grab, let's see, I need to grab most of these joints. So that's the hip, okay. From the hips, we come out. Yeah, we come out. Oh God, okay. Yay, too much sauce. All right. Come up by 3, and then the neck comes back to the center line. Okay. And these guys, this is looking gross. God, what kind of creature is this? These guys, that's the tail. I think this needs an extra piece. This is so jacked up. This comes out. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. And the spine definitely comes back in. Same for this piece. And technically this piece too. I need a piece that comes from here and goes back to the center. Huh, I don't know how to add one. Maybe that all needs to be done from the top. All right, so A4 says start pelvis, the spine, the neck and head, then add the legs after. 4th time's a charm. That's the way to do it. That's the freaking way to do it. Okay, so I start from the side view. Here we go. Okay. The pelvis. Boom. Root null. I'd say the back legs is a pelvis. Control click. Boom. All right. Some sort of janky spine system coming up in here. All right. The neck, the jaw, the head. I'm going to break off of this, the root null, and hit the tail. I'm also going to hit the jaw and this freaking mouth clamp. Unless that is it. Like right there. Like that. From here, okay, yeah, I got you. Go to top view and branch off. So these are, can I do symmetry? Bone, symmetry, world. Now, why isn't it not connecting? Root or parent? I don't know why this isn't connecting on that side. Yeah, kind of stumped on that one. Real Jesus. You are correct, sir. You are absolutely correct. And don't be deceived, I just suck at this. Thank you. DJB, thank you. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to get symmetry working. It's not the worst if I don't. World XY. No. That's it, but it's not connected. So I'm going to turn it off for now. Awesome. So we got that. And then from here, let's hide. Let's maybe hide these. And we'll get these guys. All right, that works. Now let's get the front legs. So that's going to be this guy here. And then all right, I don't think that worked. So this joint here is where we want to come off of. We'll get those. Okay, I think that works. And then we also want to break off of this one too. Nope, wrong one. And we'll get those last ones. So I think that's everything. If I hide the body, that's it. That's a Koopa skeleton. So let's bind it. Make sure we save. See you, Blaster Jacks. Peace out. So I don't think this thing needs to be too complicated and too over the top. I think this will totally work for like what I'm going for. Carl, yo, thank you for the super chat, brother. Says, yo, hey Clint, been watching you, Freddy, and Corridor for 11 years now. That's a long time. It's about as long, a little longer than I've been out here back in California. Y'all, the reason I'm pursuing a career in movie making, so thank you. Keep it up. You keep it up, sir. Keep going on that career. I'll be doing the same, and we'll knock it out together, man. So thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's bind this thing, man. I've never done anything this crazy before. I'm going to take all these joints. I'm going to select every single joint. Control-click the FFD. Go to the character and hit bind. And it totally did a thing. So now, when I move these joints around, hopefully why didn't that work? Alright, so the points work. Dude, Indie Mogul, yeah, that was the best. Indie Mogul's the bomb. That's actually another guy who I had the honor to work with was Eric Beck. He helped me out on Speed Enforced by Aircraft, a short film I did over at Rocket Jump. He built this like silicone baby with an umbilical cord that flies out of the ceiling or the roof of the van. So that was awesome. It was really, really cool to meet him because he was definitely an idol for me. Alright, so why? So it's kind of working, but it's not entirely working, and I don't know why. The legs aren't moving. Did the bind not work? What is wrong? I don't know the answer. No, the skin is definitely... No, in this case, the skin is a child of the FFD. So I know that's supposed to be correct. Do the bones have to be on the points? No, the bones do not have to be on the points. Oh man, is it a weight thing? If so, it's going to be nuts. I wonder if I can just do this instead of on the FFD, if I can just do it on the model itself. Let me try. Let me give this a shot. Let me actually first... I'll bake down, let's go 90,000 polygon, or 90%. Something like that. Okay. I'm gonna hit C and make it editable. let's select every joint. Shift click this the default model. I'm gonna delete the FFD, and I'm gonna see if I can't just do this to the actual model itself. Character bind. Why is that not working? Okay. So it is working. I just need to paint these weights. That's really what needs to happen here. So, apologies for the construction once again. Someone's definitely knocking. Yep. Installing lights in the garage. It's a thing. So this model was downloaded. Edge loops are but is there a quick way? Edge flow. I don't know what edge flow is. What is edge flow? I know I need to weight paint this thing. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a difficult process. And I don't think I have time to do that on the stream here. That's a lot. But let's just see. Let's see what it at least looks like. The weight tool. Yeah. So it's just going to be a lot of this, you know. That's, what is that? The tail or the hips? So basically weight painting is the idea that when you move a certain point, it influences what is selected here. So I think it's actually covering a bit too much ground. And then you got to smooth it too. So let's see, mode, smooth. And you got to smooth this out and do this for every joint. You're right. The shell should not move with the leg. 100% you are correct. Why is that not? Weird. Man, that's a whole thing. Very, very complicated. Is there a faster way to do this? Oh, boy. Certainly a process. I don't think we have time to weight paint this entire thing. I thought the FFD situation was going to work. I think I just need to weight paint the FFD, those points. I think that's really what I need to do. Because this is too much. And you saw the way it actually deforms this thing. It's like really chunky. I So that's why the FFD method works so well, is that it controls it in a really fluid way. So, ooh, there's an automatic way. Check the gear next to bind. Okay. So those are my weights on the model. Let's go and check that gear. Smoothing. Okay, smooth iterations. Yeah, this is dense. This is dense. Here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta take a quick break. I'm gonna play the render montage for you guys. In fact, I'm gonna drop a link for y'all right here. Check it out if you hadn't checked it out already. I'm gonna start playing this thing, but I'll be back in 3 minutes. I'll see you guys soon. And when I get back, I would love to go over the winners of this week's weekly challenge. The prompt was recreate a movie frame or a TV, like a TV show frame or something. And we'll wrap up the lesson here on rigging. I know I learned a lot just doing that right now, but I'll be back in like 3 minutes. So I'll see you guys soon. Check out the render montage. It's a good time. Everyone put a lot of work into it. All right, I'll see you guys in a second. Be back shortly. What's up? What's up, everybody? I hope y'all enjoying the render montage. I'm excited to watch it again when we're done streaming. All right. So, for those of you guys who don't know, real quick, I want to say again that Nvidia and PNY, we're going to be giving out some awesome PC hardware. There's a link in the description of this video, all right? It'll take you to this page here. We're calling it Expanding Dimensions. It is the next contest Parallel dimensions was the render contest. Expanding dimensions is basically allowing anybody to win. You don't have to render anything. You don't have to do anything other than basically sign up here, and you have 20 different things you can do to enter. You can enter up to 20 times. And it's stuff like subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're already subscribed, just, check the box. It'll verify that you're subscribed and you get a raffle ticket, basically. It'll be like, follow me on Instagram, follow PNY, watch a few videos. One of them being this render montage. So it's a bunch of small stuff that you guys can do to enter up to 20 times, I think, is the max. And you'll be entered into a raffle to win some awesome prizes. The first place, randomly pulling it out the hat, Nvidia Quadro RTX 4000. We're giving away an Nvidia Shield TV Pro, a 1TB SSD, and some USB 3.1 flash drives. It's all random, and this is US only, so definitely sign up, put your name in the hat here. US only just because of the prizes. There's legal reasons as to why PNY and Nvidia cannot ship internationally. I know it's a bummer, but it's just the way it is. That's how these contests are. So yeah, there's a link in the description. Definitely sign up if you guys are in the US. Go for it. Have a blast. And yeah, I was left off weight painting this thing. This is gonna take a minute. I'm at a standing desk. My feet hurt. And I need a break because, I've been up all night finishing that render montage. So I'm going to call it here. I look forward to digging into this a little bit more. I'll definitely let you guys know what I find in the Discord server. If you guys want to join that, it's a lot of good time, a lot of great people, a lot of fun people. Sotomonte is the moderator, one of the moderators on the Discord server, as well as the chat right now. So thank you, Sotomonte, for all of your help. I really appreciate you. All good, man. So let's go ahead and talk about the winners of the weekly challenge. Every single week, I host a weekly challenge. I'll be hosting one and presenting you guys with the prompt as soon as I'm done choosing the winners from last week. So if you guys want to join that, definitely do so. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. So the prompt was recreate a movie still or a TV show still. And, I didn't have enough time to go over and choose the winners because I was so busy trying to get this render montage out. I did have time to look at them, though, however. So what I'm going to do with you guys is go over them together, and we're going to choose the 5 winners live right here on the stream. All right, so let me see. I want to definitely make sure that I'm able to show my Discord. Let's go to the weekly challenge, and we'll hit the submissions. Yeah, I think this is good. All right. So here we go. We got a lot of fun submissions from you guys. We're just gonna start right at the bottom and work our way back up to the top and pick the 5 winners. You guys will be featured here on the right, the challenge winners. You guys, I'll choose 5 of you, and you guys will be right up at the top here, and you'll have the challenge winner Discord role on the server, which is a bunch of good stuff, good times. So the first one, here's our reference, and here's the render. All right, not bad, not bad. I think a bit more detail work could have been done here. You could have had some more texturing here on the car, some more detail work on the ground, most definitely. I think you got your shapes right, though. I really like your shapes, and I think you got the lighting correct. You just need to go in and keep adding more detail. Certainly, keep adding more detail. All right, next. We got this Thor one here by Abilash. This is the render. This is the reference, which also looks like a render. A little confused. There's 2 renders. I'm not sure which one is the one. I don't know. But I can see your displacement map. Your lighting, I think you need a little bit of path tracing, some bounces and whatnot. I can't tell which one's the reference or the render. I guess this is the render. Yeah, it's got to be a movie frame. Got to be a movie frame. Here's one. Ooh, Blaster Jacks. Picked a really ambitious one. So this is Silicon Valley. I don't see the reference. And I've never seen the show. But this looks really cool. Looks like a lot of work went into doing this one. A whole lot of work. This looks awesome. Very, very cool. Jacob, no, you cannot join the Discord server. There are two Discord servers. One is for the Corridor Discord server. One of them is for the office. That's us in the office. So for like daily office stuff. But then there's a Corridor Discord one for like fans and whatnot. That would be one that you could join, certainly. So, yeah, the Silicon Valley one, this is really nice. Really, really good job. It's hard to say without the reference, but I think it's pretty solid. All right, here's one. Here's the original shot from Spider-Verse and the render. It says, my beginner level attempt, V. Cole. I think this is good. Good work. Very good work. All right. Okay, the VFX wizard. Here's a good one. So it looks like this is the reference from Harry Potter. And this is the render. And that's pretty freaking close to me. I'd say this one gets a star. So definitely noting this one here. Here is another really good one by Intipazo. Here's your reference. This looks like it's from a... God, what's that director? What's his name? He did the... Shoot, what is it? The hotel movie. I forget his name. I'm having brain fart here. It looks like one of his shots. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Here's the render. Very nice. Very nice. I think you're missing some surface imperfections. Everything looks a little too clean. You might have a couple here on the ceiling. It looks a little low poly up here. You know, I think it's the lighting maybe, perhaps. I don't know what renderer you're using. But it's not bad. It's actually really not bad at all. It does look like The Shining. A little bit. Yeah, this does look a little bit like The Shining. Wes Anderson. That's the one I was thinking of. Okay, this is The Shining. It's the old creepy lady in the bathtub. This one is incredible. This is by Ronan. So you got your reference, obviously. And then you have your render. This one is really good. This one is really, really good. So far, if I had to pick a winner, this would be the winner. It's really well done. So Ronan, fantastic job. All right, here's the reference. And here's the render. It looks really good. That's by Tinham. This is also, I'd consider this one a winner as well. I think the only difference between these, I'm seeing the ear. I'm seeing a lot of the ear. And I'm seeing some noise and grain in the image. I'd probably add some noise and grain. I'd want to see his ear a little bit more. But that looks really good. That's a fantastic render. I'd say those are the two winners right now in my book. Here's the reference. And here is the render. Not bad. Not bad at all. Looking for a little bit more detail in the ground. I think the lighting could have been tweaked a little bit more. It would have been nice to have some snow coming down as well, but you did a good job modeling the building. Texturing isn't bad, but it's really the ground that's getting me. I feel like I could see a bit more detail in the ground based off of the original. And some fog too in the background would be nice. But not bad work. AI Satan. Here's your reference, also from Blade Runner, and your result. That looks really good. That looks really good. It almost looks like some Half-Life something. Yeah, this one's not bad at all. I like this one a lot. I'd consider this one a winner so far. You know, your spot might get taken. We don't know, because we're not done. All right. The Exorcist. Here's the reference, and here's the render. Not bad work. Really not bad work. It's the tree that's getting me, man. It's the tree. That low poly tree. It just doesn't feel right to me. But you did a good job with your composition and with your lighting. I feel you did a really nice job. All right, BGI. Here's your reference. Don't know what this is from. Maybe Gravity. And here's your render. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Except that you could have fallen off to black. Hello. Thank you. It's kombucha. My favorite. It's the fall edition. Apple, turmeric, carrot, and spices. Yay, thank you. That's awesome. All right. So I think the only thing that this render could have improved upon is the black levels. You could have fallen off to black. But that's it. Ooh, Joel Music. Here's the reference. And the render. Very well done. Very well done. I like this one a lot. It's not bad at all. I think you could have worked your color correction. That really would have helped a lot. You could have darkened it on this side and kind of had it gone from dark on the right to bright on the left. And I'm missing that here. It also feels like the blue is lifted a little too high. You just needed to crush the black levels a little bit more on this one. That'd be my only nitpick. I would say surface imperfections, but the original is pretty clean. Yeah. Another Blade Runner. The original. Wait, is that the original? Oh yeah, and this is the render. Okay. So with this one, the biggest thing I'm seeing is the repeating pattern in the background, in the ground texture. That's the biggest thing for me, and also the lack of fog. Like the fog here is very specific, and you just aren't hitting it quite enough here. It's a little too bright. This fog is a bit more subdued and gray. But I think your tree looks really nice. The vehicle itself, good job if you modeled that. That looks really nice. I think you just could have connected the tree to the ground a little bit more. It's really just the ground that's bothering me and the fog here. Oh my goodness. Visual, always with the best renders. This is the reference. And the render is like somehow better. It's so good. It's so good. This is definitely a winner in my book. I love your renders. Visual. He won first place in the international leg of the Parallel Dimensions contest. Absolutely great work. Here's another one by Tristan. This is the render, I believe. This is the reference. And this is the render. Yeah, really good work. This is close. Very, very close. I love it. I think you got really close there. Mr. Ant CMDO. That is your render. This is the reference. All right. Yeah, this is a tough one. I really like your lighting. I think your lighting is spot on. I just think you need more detail in the castle. Your bricks are way too large. You need to scale those bricks down. Those are some huge bricks. I think overall it's just your texturing is a little too large. You need more detail in your model. I think if you spent another week on this one, you could really get it to a really nice point. But I think you did a really good job with the lighting. So congrats on that. All right, Paradox. Cool. All right, so here's the reference. And the render. I love it. The head bump. Oh, so good. Yeah, the head bump is great. With this one, I feel like I don't know what you use for your renderer. It does feel like a little video gamey to me. I think you could have, again, I talk about the renderer. If you use path tracing, I think you would have gotten some really nice light bounces down here. And I think your texture is a little too rough. It's blurring out these highlights a little too much compared to the crisp highlights you see on the actual Stormtroopers. So definitely watch out for that. It looks like the original has a blue tint and you have a neutral tint. There's no tint on yours, so watch out for that as well. We got the Matrix. Let's see. This is the reference without the car, and this is the render with the car. Not bad. I'm missing the underside of the underpass of this tunnel. It's very dark up here, so I would, what are causing that? What's causing those? You probably have a giant light source right off the camera here, blasting through and hitting this wall right here. It might look like the light source is hitting the ground, and it's bouncing off the ground and causing some light to bounce around the inside of the tunnel. So I would double check your light source. I'd probably come up here, I'd blast it really hard on the ground to bounce this light around the inside. Or maybe it's just color correction, I don't know. But that's good, I think that's nice. I love this shot, it's one of my favorites. And that's it, everybody. So if I had to choose 5 winners, if I had to choose 5 winners, what would I go with? I think visual is 1. This one's really good, Joel. The space one's good, that's 3. Tinem that's incredible. And Ronin is absolutely incredible. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. I think Ronin and Tinem are winners for sure. You guys, congratulations on winning this weekly challenge. Your renders are incredible. This is amazing. That's really hard to do, but you got it. And same here, like this is crazy. This is really, really good. So congratulations to both of you guys, to Tinem and to Ronin for winning this week's weekly challenge. I'm going to add you guys right now. Let's see. Let's give you guys the challenge winner role. Bam. Added. Sweet. So congrats. I got 3 more. I got to pick 3 more. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. The tree though. This one's good. I like this one. I just, there's certainly the color correction element to it that I think could be fixed, but I do really like it. I think it's really well done, and I think the model looks really good. So that one, I got that one in mind. Visual, I think you're gonna be a winner. This is really good. Your colors are incredible, and your render quality is always amazing. But I'm still holding on to it. All right, Visual, you are a winner. You're already a winner from the last one, but you've won this one as well. All right. So that's 3. Congratulations, visual. I got 2 more. Joel, I'm feeling like you're going to be a winner. You're going to be a winner this week, man. Congratulations. You got the challenge winner role. Very nice render. Very, very nice. I would love to just see that fix, that color correction to match it to this one here. I think it would really, really make it shine, make it a little bit better. Match your black levels and it'll be good. So the last 2, probably between our space render. This one's really good too. Man, this is tough. And the Matrix. The Matrix is really good. Oh man. Guys, this is difficult. The Silicon Valley one is incredible too. I just wish there was a reference. I'd love to see a reference to this. But if we're talking about matching the render to the example, VFX Wizard, you're doing a really good job with that. This is pretty well done. This one is actually really well done as well. Oh, man. I'm going to say it. AI Satan, you got it. You got it. I really like it. I think you did a good job. This looks great. You got your nice splines here. Your liquid and everything. Character is really well done. So congratulations. You have won this week's weekly challenge. And we have one more winner. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be the VFX Wizard, BGI, or the Matrix? Very tough. But this one is good too. This one's really good. This one is missing the specular on the walls. That's what I'm missing with this one, is the specular. The Matrix one doesn't quite match the reference. You're missing the light here that I'm seeing in the reference against the rain. It's just a little dark. I'm not seeing that silhouette. You really need that rain to be bright in order to see his silhouette there. So it comes down to BGI with the planet. The only gripe on this one is the color. And the VFX Wizard. It's really well done. Looks great. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to say it's the VFX Wizard. This one to me is just a bit more unique than the space scene. The space scene is very well done. But this one just matches the reference so well. So congratulations to the VFX Wizard. You are a weekly challenge winner this week. You won last times too. You guys are just putting out good stuff. So thank you so much for participating and putting out all these awesome submissions. I really enjoy doing this. It's really a lot of fun. So you guys will be featured in the weekly, the challenge winners here. This was about a month and a half ago. We did this one, or about a month ago, because we had the Parallel Dimensions contest. And this was video game. These are all the winners. You can go all the way back and see all the winners for all the different prompts. It's a lot of good ones. So I'll be adding those very soon once the stream's over. And yeah, let's figure out what is this week's weekly challenge going to be. What do you guys want to do? I'm open to suggestions. We usually whittle it down here on the stream and figure out what y'all want to do. Oh, sports. We hadn't done that one yet. Make an animation. An animation is kind of vague, but not bad. A Disney animation. All right, how about this? Since we're doing rigging and animating, what if we said the challenge was just a walk cycle? And you have to do a walk cycle with any character you want. You can create the character, you can download the character, but you must do the walk cycle by hand. No mocap, no mixamo. You have to do it by hand. And the 5 best walk cycles will win this week's or next week's weekly challenge. What do you guys think about that? All right, we got 2 yeses. All right, we got a lot. Okay, all right. We got people who are up for the challenge. It doesn't matter if it's a robot. It doesn't matter if it's like a beanbag box thing. As long as it has a walk cycle. I think that could be fun. So that's it. Let's do it, guys. Let's learn a little bit. I might try and do this myself, actually. I might join you guys for this one. We're going to do a walk cycle. That's the weekly challenge. It could be with any character. You can't use any mixamo data. You can't do any mocap. It needs to be by hand. You got to animate by hand. So good luck to y'all. It's going to be a hard one, but I hope that we can all learn some cool stuff along the way, because that's the whole point of all this, is to learn what we can learn. All right, so if you guys need clarification, it'll be in the Discord server under weekly challenge. You guys get the challenge there, get the prompt there. And other than that, yeah, I'm gonna take a break here. I've been working a lot, a whole lot. But yeah, if you guys hadn't, check out the render montage. I love how it turned out. It really, really turned out. It's on my channel here. I just uploaded it like 2 hours ago. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Discord server this week. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out, everybody. Have a good Saturday. Have a good Sunday. Be safe. Have fun.